Now, segueing, a perfect example of this is 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Perfect example. Perfect example. The beef that never ends. It never ends. 50 gets the petty award to me. Like, if there was a petty award ceremony, he would get it every year. But I say that because 50 is great at marketing himself and pushing out product while covertly using beef to do it. It's genius.
Yo, 50 needs to create a meme generating company. Like, some of the stuff he puts out is hilarious. Like, having that avenue, I think, is unique. And I think a lot of times when it comes for artists, like, once you're kind of past the point of making music, you got to find your own avenue. You got to find your own way of generating revenue. Yeah. And I think 50, along with people like Joe, have found their lane. 50 is known for trolling. Mm-hmm. He's known for beefing. That's who he is. That's his social media thing. But it's just crazy that this is already coming up. Like, how long has it been? Oh, my gosh.
It's easily like 15 years or something crazy. Easily. So, again, for those that are not in the know, what happened, again, over this has been a really eventful week.
Yo, this has been crazy. Every week has been crazier.
It's a lot of shit going on. So, fast forwarding to now, what happened this weekend with 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Apparently, 50 Cent is obviously on tour promoting Den of Thieves with the cast, be it O'Shea, Gerard Butler, etc. Yeah. They did a radio interview, and at some point, the host asked about 50 Cent, and some jokes were thrown out about O'Shea saying, when he first met 50, he openly said, "I'm a Ja Rule fan." They laughed about it, but 50 said, he'll put Ja Rule to sleep. Pretty much. That then went from there to Ja Rule going on a whole tangent of allegations, talking about 50's sexuality, talking about his credibility, talking about some of his business savvy that has never been put into the public eye of how he handled that beef. Yeah. And then what their present state is now. Ja was really upset. You can tell something happened for him with this recent interview that triggered something where he just went on a tangent. But the thing that I think that's most interesting, and I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
Ja Rule says that he won that battle between him and 50 Cent. Like, in his brain, he said, 50 only had 2 good albums, and then after their beef, that 50 went away, which I'm a little taken back by. I don't know if I don't know if that's an old clip. I don't know if someone doctored it. I don't know, but I heard the clip, and I was kind of I was a little taken back.
Well, for me, I mean, honestly, like most people know, like I'm not really into that whole like beef, gossipy stuff. But what I can say is, I mean, look at what 50's doing now. Like, he has one of the most influential TV programs up. He is getting into movies. Mm-hmm. Like, we can't sit here and say that 50 Cent hasn't taken things to the next level. Yeah. We can't, and I can't necessarily say that he's lost either. Yeah. I don't think 50 Cent has lost. But like, we don't really know exactly what has gone on behind closed doors too. That's another thing too. So we can't really speak fully on it. But what I do know is, like, it must have been something very serious for what 50 Cent said to strike a chord with Ja Rule to go on Twitter and to do all of that.
Like, we're not gonna read off all these tweets because there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we'll put one up. We'll put up one right now.
But there's a lot here. Yeah. That he's saying from an allegations perspective, where he's accusing 50 of some shit. He's accusing or stating that he beat up 50, stabbed him, shot him. there's a lot going on here that I wasn't aware of. I never knew that they actually got into a physical altercation. I thought that it was just 50 doing 50 and Ja doing Ja, and I didn't know that there was a physical altercation. Now, I don't even know if this is accurate, but per these tweets that Ja put out there, it's interesting. With that said, though, do we really need this in 2018? Like, am I really, or I should be asking you, are you really here for a 50 Cent and Ja beef in 2018?
Not really. I mean, I'm not, like I told you, I'm not really here for beefs that are he says, she said, Twitter, interview, like, I don't like that stuff. Like, I always believe that if you have an issue with someone, like, go and address them in person. And then if it gets out of hand, then you can check them in public. Yeah. But I think for this, it's like, I think there's just way too many beefs going on right now. And I feel like these beefs are getting out of control. Yeah. Like, it's